Hey, it's rolling. And this is episode 2, Double Pedal Up Your Ass. And I got my good friend here, Rudy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rudy with Evil Junkies podcast.
Yeah. Hey, tell everybody about that shit.
Well, basically, it's about just evil shit, I guess. Movies, music, serial killers, whatever the fuck, anything evil.
And funny.
And we try to make it funny.
Yeah, you try to make it funny.
Yeah, but usually we've been, or like the first 2 episodes, we're just talking about movies. And the last episode, we were talking about the
Music.
history of, metal music and all that evil shit from the 70s.
From the 70s. Hippies.
No, they were done by then, man.
That's cool, man. Yeah, and then I saw recently Megadeth,
No shit. Where at?
Austin.
You saw them?
No, I didn't see them, but they're coming.
Oh, okay.
They're coming pretty soon.
I thought like at HEB or something.
Oh yeah, I saw Dave Mustaine there.
They're just shopping for a new voice because
He fucking sucks. Yeah, they're coming, and I don't know. I'm thinking about going and check it out. I think we're off that day. I think.
no shit.
Yeah.
Last time I saw them was in 2005, and they've had like 4 albums since then. I want to check them out again before they disband because Dave Mustaine's already like wearing out.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it's Megadeth, Lamb of God, Trivium, and In Flames.
God damn.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's a good lineup actually.
I remember In Flames.
July 16th, they're going to Austin.
Dude, that sounds like fun. When's Rammstein coming again?
Oh, Rammstein. I think that's in June. Let me check real quick.
June.
I want to check those guys out too. I've never seen them,
Fuck yeah.
and they put a fucking good ass show too, man.
That's
So
what I hear. Just like their videos, like their live videos.
I know, dude. All that pyro, all the fucking flames and shit. September 16th, Alamo Dome, San Antonio.
September. Fuck.
That's another show I would love to see, but
Yeah.
man, the tickets are expensive, dude.
Shit.
You know, I got lucky with Slipknot because Slipknot's coming too, so
Oh yeah.
I got lucky, and I checked the tour dates or whenever the fuck they're gonna come, and I saw them, and I checked their tickets, and they had the time limit, and I only needed like 5 minutes for them, for them to go on sale on, I guess, pre-sale.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, and I applied this thing where I don't know, you just like, I guess it puts you right away, like
Mhm.
I don't know what the fuck that shit's called, but yeah, some shit like that, and I did it, and I was just there on my phone waiting. I was like on the last days off and shit.
Damn, dude.
And then yeah, I got lucky and I checked out the tickets, man. They're fucking expensive too, man. Cause I want to get some floor tickets. They were like fucking like $400 or $500, 600 something. I was like, fuck that. And I was trying to get like more decent, closer seats, but I was like another like $500, $600, $900. Some of them were like $900. I was like, fuck that. So I ended up getting like a little bit distant. So I got like a $80 more tickets and shit. So in total, with all of stupid ass taxes,
Yeah.
I ended up paying like $215, dude. Like I was like, fuck. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just do it because, I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
I had chances to see them back in the day and shit, but I've never. It's either I did something stupid, or it's just I never really got around.
Yeah.
And then the past one too, where they came down, I think it was San Antonio or some shit. I missed that one too because they didn't want to give me the day off for it. So I was all pissed off, and I was all late too. I'm all fucking lame when it comes to shit like that.
No, dude. Every show I've gone to, they've been like cheap ass seats. You know, it's always like lawn seats or some shit.
Yeah.
Except for like Megadeth. Megadeth was $30, and then I just fought my way to the front, and I was deaf for like 2 days afterward
Already.
because I was next to the speaker. That was fucking. It was funny because like when we got back to the apartment, my roommate, his mom called, and we were yelling like, "Hey, your phone's ringing." He's like, "What?" Like, "Your phone's ringing." Like, "Hold on, my phone's ringing."
All fucking death.
Yeah, we're all fucking like just like the whole night. We stayed up till like 9 in the morning. We're all fucking. We couldn't hear each other. But then
Damn.
the neighbors, and we had just moved to San Antonio because that was the day we moved to San Antonio. That was 2005. It was like we're just yelling at each other because we couldn't hear each other. It's a way to meet the neighbors. They fucking hated us.
Oh no shit.
All the neighbors.
Man. And then you want to go check out Smashing Pumpkins, right?
Yes, at the Sunken Gardens last year. That was fucking good.
And I was off that day, and I was like, oh, I was telling you, remember that show? I was like, oh, I think about going, and
yeah,
I had fucking spaced out, and then I didn't even know it was on her day off.
Yeah, no, it was an awesome show. They had this weird ass group called Drab Majesty to open for them. It was like these two dudes that were like dressed like chicks or something. It was like it's like decent, weird ass music, dude. It's like almost atmospheric, like that type of like mellow music. It's like 80s
ambient.
Yeah. It was weird. And then they had another group, Joywave, and that one, the front man, the singer guy, was fucking hilarious. But but I don't know, like the whole show was like everybody was all respectful and shit because like I guess like we all aged,
Yeah.
So all the fans are now like in their 30s and 40s, like late 30s, early 40s. And everybody's like, excuse me.
That's cool.
So it was unlike Megadeth where everybody was like fucking trying to fight each other and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know if Yeah. Well, I want to try to get those tickets. I told my wife about it, and she was like, I'm not gonna go. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I'll just buy 2 for me and my friend and shit. So because he wants to go, and I kind of just want to go for like Trivium for the other bands and stuff because I don't really give a fuck about Megadeth.
Yeah, I love Megadeth, but yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, so
now when I saw them, they came with Dream Theater. Dream Theater was shit. Did you ever see Dream Theater?
Nah, I've never seen those guys.
Fucking good, dude. It's like prog metal.
Yeah, I haven't really got into bands like that, dude.
That's not good.
I know. I've never really got around to it, man. Like,
no, I get it. Now you're a little more like the hardcore metal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I changed it up a bit, like the other night you heard me hearing Eminem and shit. Like,
I was like, what the fuck's going on? Somebody stole Roland's car.
Yeah, but I'm real. I don't know, dude. Like it doesn't catch my attention. Like
no, I get it.
Like especially with Metallica, dude. Like I can't fucking stand these fuckers, dude. Like
me either, dude. That's
like
funny.
I'll give you this. They're good, I guess. And they got good songs, yes. But other than that, dude, it's just
nah, dude. I think
I don't give a fuck about them, dude. Like
me neither. Listen, I was talking about that on the podcast too with my friend Joe. We both fucking hate Metallica. I only like maybe like 5 songs.
Same.
They're just like overrated for me.
That's that's what it is for me too. And I just don't give a fuck, dude. Like I honestly don't, man. Like, and then I like going on YouTube. I check out like drum covers.
Yeah.
And every fucking buddy is fucking Metallica.
Was it like simple beats?
Yeah, like just like the same fucking bands over and over and over.
Yeah.
Just like, dude, there's plenty of bands out there, and change it up a bit, like, but always fucking Metallica.
Yeah,
it's understandable, and that's your shit, I guess. But
nah, fuck that.
I can't fucking stand it, dude. And then the other band too, fucking AC/DC.
AC/DC,
dude. Oh my god, dude.
That's funny because my friend Joe that I do the podcast with, he was like, one day he was listening to him, and his sister walks in the room. He's like, "Did you just get introduced to music or something?" It's like a basic band, right?
Yeah,
Like everybody when they first like start
that
listening to
makes sense.
rock.
That's a good way to put
Yeah,
it.
I was like, I was like the best diss ever.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. It's just like like I come from, my parents. Well, especially my mother. Like she introduced me into like Dawkins.
Yeah.
Like Journey, Def Leppard, Kiss. My dad. Like 80s bands, Wasp,
Oh,
Rat.
yeah.
Like I grew up into that. Like, and then my mom wasn't really like Metallica and shit. Like, yeah, she probably liked One and like Enter Sandman and shit. Like,
Yeah.
but like she really didn't give a fuck about that too. Like, so I never really grew up with Metallica. And, the only reason why I've seen or heard Metallica will be like Headbangers Ball. At that time when it was still going on and shit.
Yeah.
Or VH1 Classic or whatever the fuck, just videos and stuff like that. But other than that, dude, I don't give a fuck, dude.
No,
So,
I get it. Oh, yeah. Well,
no, yeah, dude. And then the other band too, sorry, but fucking Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about those guys.
One of the guys we work with, he calls him Nirvana.
That guy should die, man. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Nah, I like Nirvana.
Yeah,
I do.
I like them too, but I'm not a, I like them. Other bands too, Metallica, I like them, but for me to jam out to them like a daily basis,
Oh yeah.
fuck that. I'd rather go like in a different weird route,
Mhm.
like other music and bands and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like for me, my parents, they only let me listen to 50s and 60s music growing up. So I didn't get to listen to anything from my generation until I was in 8th grade.
Oh,
So yeah, like the first shit I heard was fucking Puff Daddy, No Way Out.
okay.
So like because my mom she would always say like anything past 1970s devil's music, right? So then by the time I heard No Way Out, I was rebelling against my parents by listening to it, but in 3 minutes I was like, the fuck is this devil's music bullshit, So yeah, that's why to this day I still only listen to about 60s and 70s music because I mean that's what I grew up on. That's what
Yeah.
I was like it was that seed was planted, so it's hard for me to get into other music. But I do
Mhm.
like enjoy some metal. Like Opeth is probably my favorite metal band that's kind of recent because they're already like 30 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool, man.
they're still jamming though. I got to see them in '08, and dude, that was a fucking badass show.
Oh shit.
That show was fucking the shit, dude. And it was like after the show was over, when everybody was clearing out, there was a knife on the floor.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That was an ugly show. When they played Bleak, the whole fucking crowd went crazy. Like one of their like best songs,
Uh-huh.
right? Like our most famous songs, and it was like fucking hardcore, right? But it was just funny, like watching everybody leave, and there's a fucking knife on the floor.
Damn, dude. Fuck
And
that,
that's
dude.
that there was security in the
Yeah.
like in the venue when we were going in, but still, somebody caught that fucking knife. It was funny.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Nah, I've never really experienced shit like that, dude. Like in concerts. The only thing, the only stupid thing I've experienced would be like losing my shoe at the Sunset Station when I went to go see Slayer.
Uh-huh.
I think it was like
Oh.
Slayer, Killswitch Engage, and I don't know. I don't remember the rest of the bands, but like it was in that route. And yeah, well, we decided to go to the pit,
Mhm.
or not even. I think it was just like the crowd was going all ape shit, and then for some fucking reason, I lost my Vans. I was like, oh fuck. I was like looking around it and shit, and then I somehow fucking found it with my foot.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like just putting it like real quick like that and shit. And other than that, dude, like I've never really had any crazy shit that had happened to me like in concerts.
Nah, dude.
Cause I was more than and like to watch them, dude. Like
Yeah.
yeah, and I still am like right to this day. Like I just want to watch them,
Yeah.
and yeah, pretty much. And
No, now you need a fucking go to the hospital after you're
dude, for real, dude, the last, well, not the last show, but like the show that I went to go see was a band called to Prevail and Oceano, and then Crown's Vision, I think. I don't know, some bullshit like that. And that one, I guess I wanted to be tough or whatever, so I fucking threw myself in the pit, and I was like, at least trying to do something, or not even, and nothing really happened.
Yeah.
I was just like more like on the side and shit. Like I was like, fuck it, like whatever. And so I was like, nah, fuck it. At that time I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go, go back with my wife and shit and our friends. And I was just standing there, and some fucking big ass fucking white dude, like right in front of me, like he just went boom, like he threw his fucking elbow, like for no fucking reason, dude. Like we weren't doing shit. Like it was like like the pit was like that, and then but the people were like around it,
Yeah.
that little the edge part.
Yeah.
And I was right there, and this motherfucker just went boom, hit me right here on the fucking eye, dude. Like for no fucking reason, dude. Like nobody was pushing him, nobody was doing nothing to this guy.
I did that once.
And he fucking did it. I was like, with that one, dude, I was like, nah, never again, dude. Like, I wasn't literally getting fucked up in the pit or whatever, but after that, dude, I'm like, fuck this, dude. Like, I'm getting too old for this shit, man.
Yeah.
And those chingazos hurt too, man. So
fuck yeah, dude. Well, I went to see Avenged Sevenfold back when they had released their third album, City of Evil, and it was at Graham Central Station in San Antonio. And there was this band that was it's like the third band, I think it was called Death by Stereo. The singer got in the crowd, and like he was like, oh, like moshing with everybody and singing. And I fucking grabbed his mic and I started screaming in there,
all about us.
And I was all fucking hyped up, so I started a fucking mosh pit and shit.
Fuck yeah.
It was funny because like the whole fucking crowd was like swaying, from all that fucking momentum.
Yeah.
I was ugly, and my friend had broken his.
You're fucking grabbing onto shirts.
Yeah. No, and then by the time you leave, like you have like everybody's sweat on you. Like,
yeah, dude, sobacos, and you smell like fucking onions.
And that's fucking nasty. Yeah. Dude, I've been to some good shows. Fucking.
Yeah, same here too, man. Probably the ones that I probably cherish the most is the Ozfest.
Yeah.
Because I went to those like 3 years in a row or 4 years in a row. I can't remember. But there was one year where Kill Switch was there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know Bury Your Dead was another one too. Atreyu was another one too. And I remember so all those bands played at the second stage. Mm-hmm. So like all the main ones, like all the Osbourne, Black Sabbath, and they were playing on the main and shit.
Yeah.
So I remember everybody was all at the main. So like everybody, like bunch of dudes were walking around and shit. And I remember me and my cousin and I think another friend of ours too. We're like just walking around and I forgot who said it, like, hey, let's sneak over here in the second stage and see what's up. So we're like, fuck it, let's do it. So we end up going back there, and I guess the tour bus is like kind of like made like a box. Mm-hmm. From what I remember, I could be wrong, but they made like a box like that. So all these guys were like chilling in the middle. They're like, I guess like drinking, or I can't remember, but I remember them sitting down, like lounging around in that middle part of the tour buses, and that's when we met Howard from Howard from Killswitch. We were there talking to him. And I think the singer from Bury Your Dead too was there as well. And other guys from other bands and shit, they were there chilling.
Yeah.
But those are the two guys I remember the most was Howard and that singer from Bury Your Dead.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, that part was fucking. I remember that, like, that was fucking badass.
Were you drinking or what?
Nah, dude. Like I at that time I wasn't really into drinking and shit. Like,
okay.
It was just chill and go check out some shows, and pretty much it, dude. Like, and I was more one of those fangirls, dude. Like, I just wanted to get like a shirt.
Yeah.
I want to get my CD signed and stuff like that. And and like now, dude, like I don't give a fuck about meeting nobody anymore, dude. Like, I don't really care anymore. Like, back then it was badass because I was young and shit, and I was all like excited and stuff. And now it's just like I'm excited to see him, but I won't really want to meet him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, yeah, dude. And then going back to Slipknot, I had a chance to go with my cousin to go see Slipknot. I don't know if it was in Austin or San Antonio. And then so I had the chance to go, and my cousin got the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dumbass end up doing some stupid ass shit at school.
Mm-hmm.
So I end up getting caught and I don't know what. So like my mom was like, "No, you can't fucking go anymore." I was like, "Fuck!" I was all pissed off, and then for the reason why I did it too was pissing me off even more because it was fucking stupid, for skipping and all that shit, right? So I was all fucking pissed off, and then my cousin ended up going. I think he took somebody else, whatever. And then the following day, or maybe like 2 days later, he calls me. Hey, what are you doing? I'm like, nah, just chilling here. He's like, hey, we'll come over. I was like, oh fuck. All right, okay, cool. So, and with my cousin, his parents live like the opposite street, whatever. So I could just go walking and shit. So I end up going walking, and then I get to his house, and he's like, yeah, come inside, whatever. We go to his room. And then he's like, he fucking like smiling or whatever. I was like, fuck, man. Like, what the fuck did you do or who'd you meet? Right. Like, I was just thinking that in my mind. And then he's like, hey, go pick up the pillow. I was like, fuck, man. I was like, why, dude? He's like, no, just go pick it up. So I pick it up and it was a photo. Back in the day, we would take photos and then you go
develop them.
Yeah, develop them and shit. So it was a photo and shit. So I was like, fuck, I was like, shit, I didn't want to pick it up. So I picked it up and it was him and Joey Jordison from Slipknot, the drummer. I was like, oh, motherfucker, dude. Like, and it was at that time, dude, he was my inspiration, dude. Like, he was, he's the reason why I started drumming.
Right.
So I was like, fucking shit, dude. I was like, fuck. Anyway, like, could have been me too. And somehow these guys end up sneaking into the backstage or I don't know what the fuck. And when they finished, they were just barely like, they were like coming out of the stage and they passed through them. And they were like right there standing or some shit like that from what I remember. God, and I was like, fuck, dude, like the one fucking day that fucking happens.
Oh, God damn, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, dude. And I was like even more pissed off and I was like, fucking shit, dude. I wanted to like somehow tell somebody, hey, beat my ass right now, dude. Like, goddamn, dude. And then so stupid. I fucking skipping for some stupid ass, what's it called? Back in the day, it was like punks versus cholos or, cholos versus skaters and shit. And it was like a big old battle between us for some fucking reason. Like, nobody fucking liked us or because I was part of that, like in the music and skater, whatever the fuck. So that ended up happening, and then I decided because they decided, oh, we're gonna meet up for I guess B lunch or second lunch or whatever, and so it was like a big old brawl gonna happen and shit.
Oh
yeah, so my dumbass ended up skipping PE. My dumbass ended up skipping PE, and then I fucking go to that. Everybody was there outside, lunch period. And my fucking the coach that I had at the time he was fucking badass. So like right away he saw me, he was like, hey, come here. I was like, fuck. So yeah. Anyways, fuck that shit. Before I get pissed.
Oh man. No,
yeah, but I have the chance now. I've already got the tickets for it. And then, but the last one I could have had the chance to do the last one where my cousin went to it, but they didn't want to give me the day off. I made up some bullshit lie, not even that. So I was like, fuck. And then, and I was going to go, dude, all the way to, it was in Austin. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just fucking go, man, and just buy whatever fucking ticket, right? So yeah, and then, that didn't work out. But
I think I remember you were all pissed off that day.
I was, dude. I was fucking mad, dude. I was like, another fucking year, dude. I'm going to miss these guys. And then thank God they're coming back again. So I got the tickets. Luckily, I got them.
Were they gonna break up?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Mhm.
It's because they go through like a couple years off
Yeah.
and then they come back and shit.
Yeah, I guess now they don't really need to like make albums. They already have like their set, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, this is what Iron Maiden does. Like, I mean, they still make albums, but like usually they play like a theme, like, oh,
yeah,
these are our 80s shit, you know.
yeah.
That's I saw them in '08, I think. That was bad. I was like the Somewhere Back in Time tour, so they played all their like old hits from like the '80s, the
Hmm.
early '80s. Fucking awesome.
That's
But
cool.
that one, I got a fucking shitty ass lawn seat, and then I
Oh,
was way in the back of the lawn.
oh no shit. Damn, dude.
Yeah, so like I guess I could have just watched it on fucking YouTube.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You could be on full screen over here and shit, and like real close by. Yeah, but man, it's fucking ridiculous when it comes to the ticket sales, man.
Oh, dude, I know. I wanted to see Rush back in 2006 or seven. They went to San Antonio in that same venue in Selma, Texas. It was like the AT&T fucking whatever it was. Anyway, but yeah, the fucking tickets were $800. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck. And then now the drummer died, so
Oh yeah, yeah.
never get to see them. And now my favorite bands are all fucking they were long gone before I was even born. Like it sucks. Fuck. Like I think my dream show would be Led Zeppelin. I fucking love to see Led Zeppelin, but I guess I have to fucking wait.
Yeah.
Wait until I'm dead.
To see him in
See them in
somewhere up
heaven or
there.
hell, one of those. Wherever they're at, I'm going.
Yeah, dude. But I already asked you so many fucking times, but did you see Doctor Sleep?
No, god damn it, no.
God damn it. Get the fuck out of here, way.
No, I'll tell you what I did see though. I saw 1917
Okay.
and I saw what was that other one? Oh, Parasite. Dude, have you seen Parasite?
Nah, dude.
Fucking Parasite is awesome. It was like,
Is that on Voodoo? Yeah,
yeah, it's on
more like
Voodoo.
yeah, okay.
I'll let you log into my account.
Yes.
Yeah, anyway, no, that one was fucking like it's a foreign film, so you have to like read the subtitles.
Oh, okay.
But god damn, it was like one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like after it was done, I was like, me and my wife were just talking like, what the fuck, right?
What's it about?
Well, I don't want to spoil anything.
Well, just give me
All
like
right,
a rough.
so basically, it's about this family. Um, they're like a real poor family. It's from South Korea, right? So they're real poor, and one of the kids gets a job with like this rich family, and then he finds a way to get his sister in there, and then they find a way to get their parents in there, and it's like it starts off real funny, but then it ends like fucking like, oh my god, like I don't know, like there's a twist, and I don't want
Okay.
to, yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but that's something you got to watch. That director also made a movie called Snowpiercer. Did you ever see that one?
No.
That one's fucking good too. Some people say it's Willy Wonka Part Two.
What the fuck?
Yeah, some people say it's like a sequel to Willy Wonka. It's dumb. It's not, but
Oh, okay,
it
okay.
makes sense that like what their theories are. Like it's Charlie grown up in the future. Like I don't know.
Oh.
But anyway, back to Parasite. Parasite was fucking awesome.
And then 1917?
Yeah, that one was good.
What's that one about?
It's like it's based on a true story about this. So these two soldiers were sent on a mission to
Yes.
warn some other soldiers about not to attack like this German uh front line, I guess, because it's like a trap. So basically, it's like that journey to get to.
Is that the scene where the guy's like running away from the battle and shit?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's it. That was a
Oh,
good film.
okay. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think Parasite was much better.
I want to check that one out.
It's good. I need to get you a copy. I have a copy of it.
Yeah, I want to check that one out tonight or some bullshit.
Well, it's in the theaters though.
Which one?
1917.
Oh yeah, but no, I don't have time to go to the movies right now, dude.
No, I get it. Fuck. What else? Did you ever see The Witch? Or The Vivitch, as I call it.
So that's the one you were telling me the other day, right?
Yeah.
When I told you what the witch is eating the baby or some shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Or
never
she's
mind.
like
Yeah.
hacking it up, or I don't know what the fuck she was doing.
Yeah.
She was fucking it or something.
Nah.
Yeah, nah, yeah. I remember seeing that with my wife, and That's all I remember, dude. Honestly, I just remember that baby part.
I remember. Oh, yeah, I guess that was a good part.
I don't know.
You know what I noticed around here? Like I met this dude from Laredo once, and then you all like here and you go past too. Like they do it a lot. It's like they say "con madre" a lot.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, I thought about it. That means like with mother.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like now, like at home, I'm like something's cool. I was like,
With
oh
mother.
yeah, with mother. Yeah. So
that's funny.
Parasite was with mother.
With mother. Mother. Told your children not to walk my way.
Damn.
Danzig, man.
Was he with Misfits?
Yeah, dude.
Was he the singer?
Oh wait. Oh yeah. He was. He was a singer.
Oh, okay, and then he just went solo.
I guess, dude. I don't really know that story, but yeah. I know he was singing for Misfits.
I do have a weird. He's dead now, right?
Danzig?
Yeah.
Nah, dude.
Maybe I'm thinking of the typo negative guy.
Yeah, that guy's dead.
Oh.
Yeah, he died. Yeah.
Are you sure? I don't know. Nah, never mind.
What?
I was gonna say, are you sure Glenn Danzig's not dead?
He's not fucking dead. I don't think so.
I think he's dead.
He's not fucking dead.
Nah, okay.
Did you ever see that video where he gets punched by like a fan or something? No, you never seen that shit? Yeah, dude. Like I don't know what the fuck. Danzig. I guess he ended up trying to be all tough, whatever. And then the guy, I guess the fan or whoever the fuck was, they were like just going at it, just talking shit, and all of a sudden the guy just punches him in the face, knocks out, and and he gets up, he's like all like that, and like couldn't fucking walk and shit.
All those muscles for nothing.
It's full of shit, dude.
How was that show that you went to?
The
what was it? The Black Flag?
Black Flag. It was good. Yeah, it was good. I'm not really like I've never. Well, I didn't really check out their music. I never did.
Right.
But I did want to check them out. You know, it's Black Flag, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I was like legends, right?
Yeah, dude. Like
they inspired a lot of people and shit.
Yeah, so I just wanted to check them out, and I remember that day I was hearing some music from them and shit. But you know, it was just I'm new to it. You know, like
yeah, no, same here. I haven't heard much from them. I just know like Henry Rollins was in the band for a while. And I know like they're like Mexican too, right, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know too much history towards them.
Man.
So
did you see the other band that came down? Was it Ellie Gunn or something?
No, we were working that day.
We're working that day? Okay. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Well, supposedly that was a good show. But
there was another band. Fuck. My friend Joe was talking about it. That they came down. They were also like they had like a hit in the 80s. I don't remember what band. He said it was a fucking badass show too.
What?
I don't remember what band it was. What was it? Like I don't know. But he said like the singer's like all fat now, but like when he sings it's like super like badass. Like he still has like that 80s like feel to it, you know? Like he's all chunky and like you can't.
Are they a cover band?
No, it was like some fuck, I forgot what band it was. But he had the pick about it from them. I don't know, whatever.
Do you remember where they played at?
No.
Here?
It was here, yeah. And it, fuck, dude, I don't remember the name of the band.
Well. Did you ever know? Well, you know the band Rat, right?
Yeah.
Well, did you know they came down like years ago?
No.
They came down here. I guess they played at the casino.
Oh.
And I remember asking one of the dudes. You know, he's older, right? I'm like, hey, dude. I'm like, cause I know him. I know we talked and I still talk to him whenever I do see him. But I know he's into like metal music and 80s and shit like that. So like. And I remember asking him, hey, dude, I'm like, were you here when the band Rat played? He's like, yeah, dude, I was here. I was working that day and I was watching him and shit. I'm like, so how'd it go, man? He's like, no, it was good, man. Like, but they played round and round like 5 times and shit.
That's like their biggest hit.
I know, dude. I was like, what? Fucking like 5 times? Like, yeah, dude, because everybody was chanting like, play it again or whatever. And they fucking played it like 5 times. I was like, wow, dude, like that's That fucking sucks, dude. Like, so I was like, God damn, dude.
It's like, well, I guess I got really nothing else in their repertoire.
I thought it was just fucking funny. They played it like fucking like 5 times. And I told my mom about it and she was fucking cracking up. Cause I remember, yeah, cause I remember, cause I was chiquillo, and then my parents they took off to what's it called, Las Vegas.
Mhm.
They took off over there, and I remember it was, during that week that when they took off and shit, and I was staying at my grandma's house, and I wanted to check it out, and they were gonna let me go in, either way, but it was funny though.
Were you still in school or what?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think so. Or I think it was summertime. Yeah, I think it was summertime because I remember being there at
Oh,
my
okay.
grandmother's for like a week or some shit.
So before you worked at the casino?
Nah, this is way, dude.
Yeah.
Like probably when I was like what, 6, 7.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was like a long time, fucking long time ago.
Damn.
Yeah,
Was there any good bands that came down while you played at the casino?
worked at the casino.
I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah, dude. Vanilla Ice. Well, yeah. Well, that guy came down and I remember I was pissed because I wanted to be security for it.
Right.
But nah, they fucking put my ass like in the front entrance, so like I was literally inside, and then they have the tent or whatever, and they have the stage and all that shit outside. So I was like fucking pissed. The reason why I wanted to see it because they brought the turtles and shit because they had like people coming out with the outfits and shit, and then they're fucking like dancing and shit, and I was like, fuck, I wanted to see this shit, dude. Like
the ninja rap.
The ninja rap.
Oh, dude.
Go ninja.
Oh, that stupid fucking dance they did.
For real. I'm not gonna lie, dude. My fat ass back in the day tried to do that, and it didn't come out right.
Dude, that reminds me of over there in Carrizo when I was a kid. They had like the turtles touring.
What?
Yeah, they had like some fucking dudes like in costumes touring all like the Pizza Huts, I guess, to celebrate the release of the first movie. So
what the fuck?
It was like what, 89, 90? I was a little kid. And like yeah, dude, like I didn't have anything for them to sign, so I just grabbed some fucking trash off the ground. And I got Leonardo to sign.
That's fucking badass, dude.
Yeah. But it was like it's probably like some fucking out of work Mexican dudes around here. You know?
Probably, dude, all pissed off and probably smoking a cigarette inside the cops. Half drunk and shit.
Like, so somos los turtles.
Now the only thing I remember Eagle Pass doing was they had the Power Rangers come in.
Oh, really?
Or I think it was only the White Ranger. It was like the McDonald's, and I remember telling my mom, "Hey, I want to go," and shit. And then she took me, and I remember going into like the playground area, and it was like shitloads of fucking kids. So I never really got to like meet him or person, right? The White Ranger. And I wanted a picture and shit, and no, I didn't get that either. So I ended up going outside, or we're leaving and shit. I ended up finding like a picture on the floor of the White Ranger, and it was like all like ripped up and shit. I was like, "Fuck it," I was all happy, and I fucking ended up taking that. And I don't know where that picture is at to this day. So
yeah, I don't know where my dirty ass cup. The dude just signed Leo. It's probably like his real name. Shit.
What else? What's their last name? They don't have no last name.
I don't know, but like he could have put Leonardo. He just put Leo.
Probably couldn't spell or some shit.
Leonardo. No.
Put Leroy.
Oh man,
that's funny, man. Nah, dude. Other than that, dude, it's just.
What about the circus? Have you gone to the circus yet?
No, dude. My girl told me about that right now. Like it's like real slow.
Mm-hmm.
Like she knew somebody that went. I guess took her kids and her husband and shit, and they said that there was really nobody.
Oh.
So they started picking them because there was nobody else there. So they started picking them to come down and do all this other shit that they're doing and stuff. Like
the stunts.
Yeah, I guess or whatever. So they were all embarrassed, and so I was like, and she was like, because I told her, I'm like, hey, I want to take the girls and shit, and just go check it out. Because I wanted to check out that spear. Because they have that spear and they have the motorcycles like going all crazy and stuff.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I wanted to check that out. But she was like, she told me that story. I was like, oh fuck, I don't want to go. And then there was like nobody. It's just me and maybe like two other, you know, groups or whatever. And then, hey, Roland, come down. Fuck that, dude.
Get attacked by a lion and shit.
They don't got animals though.
No.
No.
What kind of circus is this?
I don't know. I guess they just jack off in front of everybody or something.
No, the one I saw a few years ago was I mean, it was small, but they had a camel at least. It was like shitting big old round turds. My son was on it.
And it was
And it
shitting.
was shitting while I was walking. It was funny.
Yeah, that's bad. I should have catch one. And they started throwing. They throw them at the people and shit.
At the clown. Fucking shit clown, dude.
Oh, dude, I fucking hate clowns.
You would have liked this one. He just had the nose and like barely any fucking paint, and he was there like with a thick like accent, you know, like uh trying to sell the kids lightsabers and coloring books. It's a lightsaber, the Star Wars.
Cheap as lightsabers. Yeah. Oh man. Nah, I don't like fucking clowns because I remember, man, it was a year. I know I was chiquillo, dude. I was a little kid, man. We ended up going to a party in Mexico, somewhere out there and shit. And they had a fucking clown, dude. And this motherfucker was like screaming, dude. I remember he came up to me like Mexican as fuck, way like screaming in my fucking face, dude. I was like, ah! Fucking started crying and shit. And man, after that, I was like, nah, fuck clowns, dude. Never again.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, dude.
I don't mind clowns. They're funny.
I guess. Not really. Yeah, I don't know.
So you don't like that clown on YouTube, Puddles, the one that sings all sad all the time? You haven't heard of?
No.
Okay, well, he's like a giant clown and he sings.
Oh no shit.
Yeah,
I'll check that out.
No, you won't like it.
Nah, it shouldn't be that bad.
Nice. He covered "Wish You Were Here" from Pink Floyd, and he does a bunch of like old songs, but makes them sad because he's a sad clown. Fucking gay ass shit.
I guess. Yeah, fuck him.
Oh man, what else?
Nah, I did. It's pretty the, you know, for you, man. Like, how the well, I know you told me some stuff about you growing up with your parents and shit. Like, what else do you remember besides that? Like any fucked up shit happened? Like,
are you my psychiatrist?
Yeah. This is the time right now, bro.
Well, I remember like well, when I was like 10, like 'cause we used to live with my grandma, and then
Were you destructive?
No, I was very
mellow.
Very, yeah, because my mom, I was afraid of my mom growing up. She was always yelling at me. I couldn't, like, I had a bike, but I could only be in the backyard, so I would ride in a circle, you know? My
Oh,
bike.
okay.
I couldn't do anything. Um, like she didn't want me to be outside. She was like very overprotective. Like both my parents were like super overprotective.
Yeah.
Like when I was already like a teenager, and my friend lived 2 houses down. Like literally, I could throw like a football at his house. They would either walk me there or drop me off in the car.
Oh shit.
Yeah, waste fucking gas to go like 20 feet because they were afraid of the guy next door.
Oh yeah. Well,
But like, because they would always say, "Oh yeah, like kids get raped all the time," you know,
yeah.
shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
But I like, you never saw like raped kids, you know, coming out of that house or anything. Like no murdered kids or anything, you know. They were just like super afraid.
They're in the back, bro.
In the backyard.
The backyard on the fence, the picket fence and shit. It's just their heads. Nah, I'm playing.
No, oh, well, I was gonna say, like, yeah, we lived with my grandma for a while.
Any ghost stories?
Ghost stories? No.
Is that a yes or no?
No, it's a no. I was thinking of the chupadera.
Oh yeah. Well, she's cool.
Yeah. No. Nah, I never saw any ghosts. My parents, though, they claim they've seen a bunch of shit. My dad said that because my dad's from Guadalajara, Mexico, and when he was a kid, he said that he was walking and he heard like there was like a well, and like he heard noise, right? So he fucking peeked and he said it was a leprechaun.
Oh shit.
And he fucking like he threw a rock at my dad.
I was just probably a midget or something.
That's what I'm. Yeah, not even.
Not even.
He said it was like, and then also he says that next door there was like a house, and apparently there was like a shitload of gold buried underneath it.
So the
Like,
leprechaun,
I
the
guess
leprechaun wanted to claim that shit back or what?
that's what I'm guessing. I don't know. Maybe that's where he was going with it. I don't know. They have they have a bunch of stories that are whack, dude.
Do they smoke some weed or
No,
some
not even.
some shrooms or
Mm-mm.
no?
I'm the worst one. I think I've done more drugs than they have.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man.
I don't know. Like one time too, like my mom claims like she was driving to Del Rio and a fucking pterodactyl came out of nowhere. She
What?
said that she just saw like a shadow of a fucking pterodactyl, and then my dad.
It was a Mothman, man.
Hey, maybe so. I'll tell you something about that right now. But my dad says like that he knows some people that claim that there's like a cave around here, like in Carrizo or around this area, and that there's
Mm-hmm.
like a pterodactyl living there. Yeah, I think that's bullshit. But anyway,
Let's go find it, man.
go get some pterodactyl meat.
For real, dude.
Tastes like
Some
chicken.
some eggs.
Oh, what was this? Oh, the Mothman. So,
Yeah.
my brother-in-law, he's not one to lie or make up shit. So one time, like when he was in high school, he had a Toyota Supra and it had like the
The
open top,
sunroof.
yeah, sunroof or
Yeah.
something. And like he was driving with his buddy, and that he looked up and he swears like on his life that he saw a fucking dude with wings fly over the car.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then years later, he was with some girl, and at her house there was a fucking an owl, like a big ass fucking owl, like a 3 foot owl walking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I've seen owls like that big,
I've
dude.
never seen it, but he was like he fucking got scared, and then like the next day we went with a shotgun because they tried to eat the kitties.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then like I don't know, it left some nasty ass stench. So, and back then I was like, I wasn't really religious, but like I was like I grew up in that shit, so I fucking took holy water. And so they had me do all like bless the fucking house. I'm not even a priest. Like I'm far from a
You're
priest.
getting all the corners and the windows and shit.
No wonder. Yeah,
The stupid ass prayer.
that same night, because the girl she was studying like cosmetology, what
Yeah.
for cutting hair.
Yeah.
She had a bunch of those doll heads to practice on,
Okay.
and this other dude that we were with, he claims that like one of them fell and then it fucking turned. Like
Oh
to look
shit.
at, it's like how come none of this shit happens to me, man? Like
I know, dude. Same here, dude. Like,
my parents seen pterodactyls and fucking UFOs chasing them, but nothing's ever happened to me.
I don't know, dude. Like, a few things has happened, but I don't know. Like, at my parents' house. I remember like I'll be jamming out in my room, just like hearing music and shit, and
Mm.
all of a sudden my fucking radio would go full blast.
Yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, second time again, like another maybe weeks or month later, and it'll fucking do it again. And then there was times where I remember, I just remember my house being dark,
Mm.
so I don't know if my mom was here. And they went out San Antonio or some bullshit. I know my sister wasn't here too, so my brother wasn't around, so it was like an empty house. And getting home from work, all fucking drenched with water and shit from my last job. And then I'll take a shower. I wanted to go take a shower. I came out, hallway all fucking dark. So I didn't turn on no lights or anything. And I remember passing by my sister's room, and I would hear the bed like creak, like it was like
Mhm.
one of those metal frame beds. And when you sit on it, you'll hear like
Oh
the
yeah.
spring go down and shit. And I end up hearing that. And I was like, "What the fuck is that, dude?" Remember hauling ass bare ass naked to my room and shit. I was like, "What the fuck was that, dude? Like nobody's here." And I know my sister wasn't here and shit. So I was like, "What the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck was that?" So that happened. And then I remember my mom, she was alone at the house too. And my brother had this dodgeball. It was a Spider-Man dodgeball. And somehow he left it somewhere in the house, and my mom got it, fucking threw it, in his room, it bounced like, I don't know, could be wrong, but maybe like 2 or 3 times, and it fucking stopped. You know, a dodgeball's gonna fucking continue
Mm-hmm.
bouncing, and it'll be rolling, but it'll be like that and shit, like so, like, she just heard dun dun dun.
Oh.
So, and the room was fucking dark, and I remember everybody in the family wouldn't like my brother's room and shit, like, they hated passing by it because it just felt creepy and shit.
Mm.
So we're like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like, well, my mom was like, "What the fuck?" You know, she fucking turned on the light, she was there looking, and it was like literally like, no, there was no other toy around it. There was
Mm-hmm.
nothing for it to stop like that. It just it was open floor.
Right.
It was like right there in the middle, just like kind of like moving and shit like that.
Oh.
Like, after the aftermath, of bouncing and shit,
Yeah.
whatever. But like, yeah, and so that fucking happened. And then there was times like to this day too, like, you know, you will go over and I'll especially me, like, I guess it will fuck with me all the time and shit. I'll go over and all of a sudden I'll see like shadows like passing by. Like, the fuck is that? Like, there's nothing, dude. Like, and then I remember my daughters too. My daughters will go over and stay or whatever, and my youngest, she'll freak out a lot. Like, she'll like close my brother's room and shit, like,
Mm.
because she would look in the hallway, and then she would like just like fucking close the door. Like, she's like, nah, like, she didn't want to be around that shit or whatever the fuck it is. Like,
Yeah.
but it's nothing bad because it's you go. My mom's like, you don't feel nothing
Mm.
evil, or you don't feel bad or whatever. But I know there is something there. It could be anything because, like, think about it. Like, where she lives at is between two cemeteries.
Oh.
One in the back, housing in the middle, and then the opposite direction, opposite side is another cemetery. I guess for the poor side or whatever. Stupid, ego pass bullshit. Like, so like, so my mom always thinks like, "Well, what the fuck is here? Like, why, like, there was two cemeteries and we're in the middle, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
there could be anything else under here now we don't know and shit." So that's what she's thinking.
I don't know. Maybe that ghost is like challenged. They're like, oh, you want to play dodgeball?
I don't know, man.
Well,
And
what music were you listening to with that shit? When it got
well, it had to be like probably like Limp Bizkit or some bullshit. Like,
it was like fucking it was
it could be anything, honestly.
like a rocker that died. It was like, fuck yeah, it's my jam.
Maybe. Who knows, man?
Damn, I've never
Just
God,
like little things like that has happened. And other than that, I've never really seen anything besides that, shadows once in a while. I remember at the casino, I remember for a good while too, like, like how the predator like goes invisible, but you still see the figment
yeah,
of of his,
like a blur
yeah,
kind
like
of.
a blur.
Yeah.
Like, there's times where I'll still see that.
Really?
Yeah, like, I'll be walking around and I'll just like a blur, like, the fuck, like, I'm just there looking like, what the fuck was that, dude? Like, and that's the first thing I think of, like, predator. Like, he goes invisible, but you still see like all, like what you said, like the blur. And then that's the only thing I've seen, honestly. But
Damn, he has a gambling addiction.
probably he's like fucking hauling ass to go to another machine and shit.
Well, it took place in Mexico, right, or something, or in
What?
South America. Predator. He found his way over here.
Probably.
Yeah,
He's like, I want to check this out.
he fucking crossed the border patrol station. That's funny.
Yeah, but nah, dude, like, nothing else. Besides that one scenario, that one part, that memory that I remember with my grandma going to my grandmother's house was seeing it's because my grandmother's house, um yeah, my grandmother's house, and then if you're looking at the street, there's a building right in front, and my grandfather owned his own trucking company, and that was the spot where the trucks would go. So that was the office. And I remember as a kid, we'll go to my grandmother's like every Friday or every Saturday and shit. We'll go chill, watch Grease, and like buy pizza and stuff. Like, So that was our hangout time and shit. And I remember me and my grandmother, we we go outside and we sat down in her little porch area and shit. And both of 'em we're sitting down, and you're facing the gate because it's two houses in one. So she lives in the back house, but it's
Mhm.
all connected to each other.
Right.
But like it just divides, so you have no access to the front house.
Mhm.
But the back is like that's her main. So it's the fence line, the house like on the side. It's kind of like a I don't know. It's like a big old hallway, pretty much.
Mhm.
So the way you look at it is like that, and she has her pecan trees or whatever the fuck, and you see the light of the office, the building, and so just one day we were just there chilling outside, and all of a sudden we just see fucking like a rainbow.
What?
It was like at 2 in the morning, probably. I know it was pretty late. A fucking rainbow of light just went over that office,
Oh.
and it fucking passed us, and it just disappeared from there. And we're like, "What the fuck?" And like me and my grandma, "You saw that? You saw that?" I was a little kid, man. I was a little. So so we're like, "Yeah, I fucking saw it. She saw it," and we're like trying to tell the rest of the family, and they're like, "Nah, whatever." Yeah, and supposedly, I think I guess something fell down or whatever, but it might be full of shit or whatever. But they end up finding something somewhere. I don't know what part of Mexico. Like it landed over there. I guess like a meteorite, or
Oh,
could have been
okay.
something else or whatever. But like nobody knew about it. No, there was no news about it.
Mhm.
It was like all hidden and shit. So we're kind of like, what the fuck? It could have been something else because they didn't report it. Like,
Right.
I know they probably, I think they just said it on the radio or some shit, but
Mhm.
they never reported nothing about it and shit. So like,
And it
we're like,
was in the sky or
yeah, dude, it was in the fucking sky. And it was at midnight.
shoot.
It was like like rainbow light, dude. Like it was like different colors and shit. Like
That's crazy.
with sparks or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
and he just like flew above us and shit, and that was it, dude. Like,
Wow. Well, one time it wasn't exactly a rainbow, but it was like it was dark as well, but there was like yellow stripes in the sky. And like I was asleep, and my brother-in-law fucking called me. He's like, "Hey, fucking get up, look outside." And yeah, so in the distance you could just see it was like slowly fading away, but it was like four stripes of like yellow light. It
like
was
dropping down.
yeah, and
Okay.
it was just kind of faded away. It kind of looked like clouds, but they weren't clouds. You can tell
Yeah.
because you know what a cloud looks like, but
Yeah.
there were like four stripes, and it was like slowly just faded away. Kind of looked like like fairy dust almost, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was weird. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Hmm.
Mm.
I don't know, dude. I know my wife. She was here on the porch,
Mhm.
and she called me like all freaked out. I remember I was at work. I was at work and shit, and she called me all freaked out. She said that she looked up that one night. She looked up in the sky and she saw like different lights started popping out, but there were
Oh.
like several other ones and shit. And they started popping out, so she started freaking out because she don't like aliens or
Yeah.
whatever. So she started freaking out, and she's like, "What the fuck?" Like she got all freaked out. And I think my daughter saw it too. So like they were all freaking out, and she ended up calling me and shit. And she was telling me and everything. Like I guess she wanted me to calm her down or whatever. And I was just like, "Oh yeah, okay, whatever." And I just continued driving and shit. Like, 'cause like at that moment I was busy, dude. Like I think I was driving or like I'm not really multitasking and shit like that.
Yeah.
So like like yeah, she was all pissed like for like 2 days in a row or some bullshit because like she didn't like the fact that I did not like try to calm her
Yeah.
down or like be on her side or whatever. But yeah, that happened, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" But like, what can I tell you? And like,
Yeah.
I'm way out here, like like I'll just go to sleep. Or, I don't know, dude. Like,
No, that I see those all the time. Those are just flares though. But in back in '04, back before all the oil fields and shit, it was bare over here, like toward Catarina and Carrizo. There wasn't shit. So and back in like where I live now in my neighborhood, back then there was only one house and it was all monte. And so when we're underage, we used to go into the woods and start drinking out there. So just one night there was like a fucking there was two planes going in a circle, and in the middle there was two yellow lights like orbs, and they would make like 90-degree turns. It's fucking weird. Like I had heard about that, I'd never seen it, and it was weird to see. There were like two lights just chasing each other and making like right turns.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then so at first, and then just back before like smartphones and all that shit, so we couldn't film it, and none of us had video cameras. Um, but it happened on repeat like almost every single night because we used to go out there and drink all the time. And yeah, so after a while we just got used to it. Like, oh, they're the aliens, you know. But most likely it was like military because there was always the two planes like circling the two orbs. And then after that, like around like by the time the oil fields came, I would see like those lights pop up, but those are just flares. Like there's like
That's what you think, man.
The aliens dropping like H2S bombs and shit.
Fuck Rudy. Throw one there and shit.
Oh.
They probably found where I live out too. They're like, nah, fuck rolling too. Throw some there.
Some fucking alien coronavirus bullshit.
Nah, I didn't. Oh, and my wife, she fucking told me one time. It's because like she has like that, kind of like that sleep paralysis type of shit.
Okay, where you wake up but you can't move.
Yeah, like she's. I remember she used to get that a lot, and I remember her telling me that she will hear something walking in the hallway trying to get into her room, our room, right? Trying to get to our room and shit, and like she can't see, what's coming and shit, right? I remember she'll tell me like, yeah, she'll hear like a deep voice saying that God is not real. I'm God. So we're like, what the fuck? Like when she told me that, I was like kind of like tripping balls. Like, oh fuck, like what the fuck is that? Like, I'm like,
it's like a demonic voice or something. Or?
I don't know.
Because like, if God's not real, but I'm God, then is God real?
I don't
You're
know.
contradicting yourself, buddy.
Yeah, right. Who knows, man? So
stupid demons. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Also my brother-in-law, like when he was a kid, he had a Mickey Mouse doll. And he said like one night he was asleep and the fucking like it started like talking because it was one of those things where you put a tape in and it starts talking or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it had like a voice box. So one night like he was asleep and then it started like doing the Mickey Mouse shit. Yeah. And then I was like, what the fuck, right? So he took out the tape. He went back to bed and then again it started doing whatever it does.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck, right? So he took out the batteries. And then he waited, and the motherfucker started again.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so they freaked out.
It had an internal battery.
No, so they took it to his grandma's house, and she, I don't know, did something she did like a prayer. She threw holy water on it. So when they threw the holy water on it, like supposedly it sizzled and like it made like
shit,
like a scar on the fucking thing. And then years later,
it was Scarface.
No, years later, I fucking they found it like there, and I saw where like the scar was. I was like, oh, how come none of that shit happens?
I know, right? Like same here, dude. Like,
then I've tried. I've like, so I call the devil all the time. Like, hey, where are you? Let me see you.
For real, right? Like
nothing.
I know, dude. Like all this crazy shit happens to a lot of people, but like,
I guess because he's like, he's already going to hell.
He's already fucked up.
Could be. He's gonna have a right hand fucking seat next to me.
He's gonna be my buddy. We're gonna fuck up all these people. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like I want some shit to happen.
Me too.
Like so I could believe it, dude. You know, like.
And after that, I'll go.
Yeah, like
fucking cry, run to church.
For real, be all there.
I'm sorry, I died.
You're gonna start singing again.
Yeah. I'll be in the front row.
If you're there, I'm gonna play the piano. Fuck it. The organ. Nah, I don't know, dude.
Did you ever hear anything about this road? Like was it 277? Anything about it being haunted?
Being haunted? No.
Because I've heard stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Supposedly.
Supposedly.
Supposedly,
What'd you hear?
that there was like a clown.
A clown?
Yeah. So this happened to.
Was you remember that time we were talking about that little girl at the Chuperera?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember when I told you that when I was going back home on
Uh,
277, I saw somebody pop up?
yes, that's right.
So who knows, man?
But he said he was wearing denim, right, or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I don't know,
Well,
unless he's like trying to be all hip now or something.
probably.
He's like a hipster clown.
He wanted to fit in with this generation now.
He's got bands on the shit.
Check out my Vans, bro. They're
Uh,
the. Anyways, then go.
no, so this happened to my mother-in-law. She said that, or her brother and sister or some shit. Um, I guess it's running out of battery.
I guess. Fuck it.
Well, anyway, so they were driving down that road, and then all of a sudden they saw a clown appear in the middle of the road, and they tried to dodge it, and they were going like 65, 70 miles per hour, and then all of a sudden the fucking clown grabbed the car, and one of them had a gun and shot at it.
What?
Yeah.
What was that going on? Well, did that happen when those clowns started popping out? You remember that shit?
No, this was like in the 70s, 80s, maybe.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So I don't know. So there's that story.
Maybe it could have just been a dumbass, just wanted to freak out people.
But that grabbed on the car going 70 miles.
He was probably human.
His arms would have been ripped off.
True. True.
Yeah, they fucking shot out the glass.
Damn.
Yeah.
They shot off that. Oh shit. From the inside.
From the inside, yeah.
So imagine how that shit will fuck up their ears.
I know.
I don't know, man. Well, did you ever hear about that house right here in downtown area?
I think you were telling me about it, that it's like haunted or some shit.
Yeah. I remember my aunt. I guess one of her friends used to live there, and well, she ended up sleeping over or some shit like that, and supposedly that that she could hear, like she heard like like a kid or a little boy, little girl, I don't know, like playing down with the ball, like on the stairs, like playing, bouncing in and going down and up and down and shit with the ball. So she heard that, and I think it was her or maybe her friend that lived there or some shit that she saw a lady. They saw a lady in white that came in into the room and sat down in the bed and shit. So that fucking happened. And then I remember, I think my grandmother was telling me, or one of my aunts, but they know somebody that takes care of that house or owns it or whatever. But supposedly that house has one of those alarms, and supposedly that the alarms will go off every day at night at 3 in the morning or some bullshit like that, right? They'll go off, and supposedly I guess the guy will go check it out, and he will see all the lights on, all the cabinets open in the kitchen. Right. So like he will have to go there, turn off everything. Supposedly, like he'll do that like every night and shit. And there was a couple people that will buy it, and then they'll fucking leave. So it was just like back and forth, and it just stayed like that. Like,
this is like an asshole ghost.
Probably, man.
He's like, I want the lights on.
Who knows, man? But other than that, besides that, dude, it's just supposedly there's like some kind of well down there because it has like a basement in the bottom, and they say quotations, and like they say like there's that well, and then it will go underneath the river into Mexico.
Oh, okay.
And it was like a gateway for them to come through and shit. So who knows if that's true? I want to see it. I want to go check it out.
Scope it out, dude.
I know.
Take your gun.
Put a house or something.
You fucking get robbed and shit.
One's in the back banging some viejita and shit. And the other two guys giving each other head or something.
Like, America.
No, that's fucked up, dude. You're going to hell for that.
That's okay. All the best people are going.
Pretty much.
There's only gonna be like 10 people in heaven. It's like, well, guys,
Yeah.
I wrote these rules. Like,
Mm-hmm.
nobody's following them.
Yeah. Especially all the people that go to church, man. Those are the worst one too, man.
Yeah.
They they go to a fucking church every Sunday, but then the following day they're fucking shit up over here. Like,
Oh yeah.
stupid.
Hey, even God broke his commandments.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not kill. He's killed a bunch of people.
For real.
And then thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Well, if God is everywhere, then he was next to Joseph's house when he fucked Mary with the Holy Spirit.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to hell.
Me too, man. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Fuck it. God's gonna give me the finger. Fuck you.
Next. The fuck out of here, bro.
He's gonna play back the DVD of my life. I'm like, hey, remember this shit?
Oh, dude.
Remember that fucking podcast you did?
With Roland?
And then you're like two people behind me. Like,
I'm next.
yeah.
Fuck.
Oh.
Oh, man. But fuck, man. Some crazy shit, man. Besides, you know, I was rural back in the day. I was the shy kid,
Mm-hmm.
but I would do so much shit, dude. Like, I remember I used to fuck with my grandfather's house next door,
Mm-hmm.
because this is my mom's house and it's my grandmother's. And I used to do so much malice there, dude. Like, I would do like so much bullshit at my grandfather's house, because I was bored with, like, there was nothing else to do, man. There was no internet, there was no,
Oh yeah.
shit like that. So like, I'll go over all sneaking and shit. Like, I'll go over and I would like duck underneath the windows just to go through the backyard and shit. Like, I'll do all this shit. And then I remember one time, my grandfather had like a plastic, like shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, plastic, but like so he could cover like the sun, whatever. And there was one day where there was one day I got like a hammer or whatever the fuck, and I was fucking bored, so I started making holes on that shit. I was just like fucking it up, and then I remember the following day, my grandfather saw that, and he was pissed, and he told my dad like, "Oh, pues, mi hijo's over here, doing all this bullshit over here," and then so I got in trouble, and then ever since that, dude, like I've been I've been having like dreams
Mm-hmm.
of my grandfather like chasing me, dude. Like,
Oh.
it was fucking creepy, dude. Like, I remember I'll be anywhere, dude. Like, 'cause I used to play a lot in the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ride my bike out there like in the middle of the night or whatever the fuck. Like, I'll just, I was fucking bored, dude. There was nothing to do. Yeah, of course I had the, Super Nintendo and shit, but I'm not a really, much of playing games and stuff. Even though I was still fat and stuff, but I was a fat kid. But yeah, dude, like in my dream, I'll be out there somewhere, or maybe just playing in the backyard in my dream, and all of a sudden, like I'm getting chased by something, like I'm running fucking slow,
Mm-hmm.
and I turn around, it's my grandfather just like looking at me, all pissed off and shit. I was like, "Oh fuck, run!" I was just, that was like for a couple of years, like I'll have like that dream once in a while and shit. And then, yeah, I remember, that was one of the dreams I used to have and shit. And then I remember my grandmother, her house, the one I was telling you about, where that office and shit. Well, next door of the office, there's a little house, like really small, dude, like really tiny.
Mm-hmm.
And an old lady used to live there, and I remember going over there all the time, dude. When I would like, you know, go over to my grandmother's and shit. I'll go over, I guess my grandma will send me sometimes to go and drop off something because because we'll help her out because she was alone. Like, it was only her and shit. And I remember seeing what's that TV show? Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh yeah.
Okay, do you remember seeing that one episode where it was like room 17 or room whatever the fuck, and but it had like an old lady in that apartment where it's like a little girl and like she would like she started playing around with that lady and shit, and then she ended up getting jealous because she ended up finding like an actual human being, like actual girl, like she started hanging out with now, and she got all jealous because like
Oh,
she wasn't with her anymore. Remember? Did you ever see that one?
I might have. I think I'm pretty sure I've seen all of them. I just don't remember. It's been forever.
Okay, well that was one of my favorites at the
Uh-huh.
time, and that lady, that's how she looked.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, like it was creepy, and I remember having dreams about her sometimes that I'll be walking in the street, and for some fucking reason, my dreams. It's funny how I remember still that her house was like a two-story house, and she'll be like in the fucking top window, like looking at me down and shit.
oh,
And I was like, oh fuck, and like I'm like trying to run away from it, but it's just I can't get away from it. It just like repeats and repeats and shit. Like, and I kept seeing her,
mhm.
and yeah, so like that was a story towards my childhood because like I'll have little fuck ups that will fuck me up, like
Yeah.
with dreams and or whatever and shit. And
That's,
yeah.
those are anxiety dreams. I have those recurring dreams that I have like that are from my old job, the one I hated so much. Like I still dream that I have to go to work there for some reason. Like either I
Oh
need I
yeah.
need an extra paycheck or something, and so like it's always like
Well, I
that.
still get that too when it comes to like school and shit. Like
Oh, okay.
some reason I'm still in school. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude. Like, and I wake up I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I'm out of this shit.
Oh, 20
I
years off.
fucking hated school.
That happened to me too. For some reason, like I'm in high school,
Yeah,
and I wake up like, wait, you're fucking 35, you
for real. You're like,
dumb.
you're a fucking loser. Yeah, you're still trying to live and shit.
God damn, did you ever have lucid dreams?
Well, besides the ones I told you about.
Well, those are
Like,
like anxiety, but those like the ones where you can control.
oh no,
No, I've
no.
had some. But like I usually like start like beating up people and like killing people and stuff.
Oh fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I think we should stop this and
Nah.
you could go back home, bro. Down, man.
Not because like sometimes like I know it's a dream, so I like start messing around, you know?
Oh, okay. No, I've never had that.
Or at least it feels like I'm in control.
Yeah, yeah, I've never had that, dude.
Mhm.
It's always been like running away slow, like slow motion, but you're like trying your hardest,
Yeah, okay.
like shit like that.
That's happened to me, but like with punching.
Yeah, yeah. Besides, yeah, I had those too,
Or
and
like
you're
you
like,
can't.
yeah, it's like a force putting you back
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah, I've had those.
And like you just like barely tap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah,
I've had those before.
what about like when you're trying to write down something and you keep misspelling it or something, or you can't quite get it?
Mm, I don't think so.
That happens to me a lot. And it happened to me like 3 nights ago, but like I guess it's happened so much that I realized it was a dream. I was like, oh fuck it. So I
N-
quit trying to write it down, whatever I was writing down.
oh shit, no, I've never really had like that. I recently had one that freaked me out, and then I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, so um, that's the only dream that freaked me out real bad, and I even went to go see her too, so like I didn't want to make it true,
Mm,
but yeah, it's one of those dreams. So like, fuck that, you know.
yeah.
But besides that, it's just shit like that I told you about, like I don't really have dreams anymore, dude. It's just I knock out, I wake up, and that's it, dude. Like, or I can't remember shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just things like that. So, you want a cigarette?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but oh shit. Yeah, but I want to see some creepy ass shit, dude. And nothing really happens, man.
For no.
I've, I've not, I haven't had anything, man. Like, and it pisses me off because my girl sees a lot of shit sometimes or whatever, and I'm like, fuck, man. Like, where's my turn?
Let's go get a Ouija board.
Nah, fuck
Oh,
that. Nah, fuck
yeah, that reminds me too. My mom saw the devil. She said that when she was 15, she was playing the Ouija board with like three other chicks,
that.
and that they asked it, "Who controls you?" and it said the devil.
Oh fuck!
And then like that, a demon appeared like on a window they had over there, like in my grandma's house. And then the next morning, there was a footprint of a chicken and a goat in the front yard.
Damn,
I was like, mm-hmm.
man,
I was like, I know they got to see Lucifer. Like, not me.
man. Hmm. I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I want to see some creepy ass shit. I remember my mother and my parents when my sister was like one or something. I know she was little. They ended up going to. They lived out somewhere. Can't fucking remember. Well, anyways, they my grandfather, my dad ended up working somewhere out there, like in the fields, so on the floor, and then I guess there wasn't any room for I guess the camping area,
Mm-hmm.
so they gave him a house outside of the camp,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just turns out that fucking house was like something was there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my mom fucking hated that fucking place, and that there was one time that my mom, my grandmother were I guess making lunch or whatever in the kitchen, and my sister was playing in the sala, in the dining area, whatever. And so she put it was like she put a couch right in front of the stairway,
Mm-hmm.
and back in the day, big old heavy fucking couches,
Yeah.
all wood and shit. So she ended up putting that couch so the way my sister, baby, she wouldn't go up there, right? So So there were, she was talking to my grandmother, and she was playing, and then all of a sudden, she ended up looking, to look to see if she was still there or just to check up on her. She was gone.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, so she was like, "Fuck!" Like she goes and she's like calling her out, like, "Hey, where are you?" Like nothing. So she looked, and it's because like she doesn't like the house for shit, right? She says that she feels fucking heavy or whatever. So she ends up looking at the couch and the stairway because that was the one thing that she did not want to go up there for, or have her go up there. And it turns out that she fucking went up there. The fucking couch was moved. So it's like how like my sister was like fucking one or some shit. Like she was small. It's like how is she gonna move a fucking big ass couch? Like just to move it for her just to go up that, right?
Right.
So she was like, "Oh fuck," and she's terrified up there and shit. Like all the other rooms and shit, like she fucking hated it. My mom. So she goes. She's there, you know, hesitant, but she's like looking through all the rooms and nothing, right? And in that one room, I guess where she actually slept with my dad, was that was the last room that she didn't she went to, right? So that was her last resort. She's like, "Fuck," she's in my room, right? So she goes and she's calling her out and I guess she ended up hearing her talking inside the closet. Like it was all pitch black. Like she was like literally inside the closet looking up, talking to I don't know who the fuck she was talking to. And my mom was like fucking freaking out. She fucking told whoever the fuck was there, told her off, told that whatever, told her, pretty much telling them off, like, hey, stay away from her or whatever, right? Like she was all fucking freaked out, and that fucking happened. And and she said that also too because there was like a basement in that house, whatever. And like to go down that basement, she says that doorway had like shitloads of locks, like bunch of them, like and it was all locked and shit. So who knows what was under there, or maybe she did find out what was under there. I don't remember, but it was something like that, dude. Like it was like there was something under there that nobody to go, wanted them to go down there. And there was like fucking shitloads of locks. It reminds me of anime horror and shit. You remember
Mm-hmm.
that movie? Oh fuck. It reminds me of that. Like that's
Ah,
her describing it, it just reminds me of that. Like
yeah.
maybe, there could have been a whale down there or some bullshit, like throwing bodies and shit. Yeah. Or some bullshit, dude. Like So
Man, that's freaky.
Wisconsin, that was over there
That's
somewhere.
what
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
yeah, Wisconsin. It was somewhere out there.
Dude, that's fucking scary.
Well, that's it, man. There's nothing.
Nah, dude, I can't think of anything that's happened to me like that.
Yeah, well, for me, dude, I just had little things, things like that, and a few times at my mom's house. Besides that, it's just I remember my brother. He ended up going to San Antonio for something, and he had to stay out there and shit. So my parents were out there, and I stayed home with my sister, and then my aunt will come, like I don't know, if it's like an everyday thing or just once in a while, just to check up on us or whatever. And I remember we had my parents were kind of strict towards like the having the computer, so the computer was in their room. So like I remember I remember my aunt and my sister were like searching up what my brother had, like stuff like that, and they were there in her room. I was watching in the TV room. I was watching Legend.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching that movie, and then and I remember my dad came down, and then he left or some bullshit, and I can't remember the full story, but I remember hearing the the restroom because like the TV room is just basic square, and it's my mom's room, and then you have like a you know the restroom. And I remember hearing the cabinets, like if somebody was going through them and shit,
Oh.
like closing them and shit. And I literally thought my dad was home and shit. So I was like, oh shit, my dad's here. Let me go say what's up. So I go, and my tia and my sister was in the computer right in the corner. And you had to go this way to go to the restroom, right? So I go and I fucking open the door. I was, hey dad. And there was nothing, dude. There was nobody. The lights weren't even on. And she was like, what the fuck? And then I just like looked at my tia because my tia like looked at me like the fuck's wrong with you, right? And I was like, oh shit, like I was just thinking in my mind like, oh what the fuck was that, dude? Like my tia was like, what happened? I'm like, I heard somebody going through like the cabins, like I literally thought somebody was in there, and she's like, she got all freaked out. My tia, she got all freaked out and shit.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my god, whatever. So yeah, like little things like that. And, I remember one time too where I was watching, like, those Duende, because I remember on YouTube, a lot of those videos, they started popping out and shit, and I started going real deep into it,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember getting freaked out. I was like, "Oh, fuck," and then I was just like looking around, like, making sure there was no duendes popping out and shit. So, because at that time I took over my sister room 'cause it was a little bit bigger. So my room, but my mom made it to like just like a guest room, whatever. And I remember her sleeping there one time for some fucking reason. And all of a sudden, it was midnight, dude. Like I remember it was like midnight, and I heard knocks. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh shit! Like I was all freaked out because of those fucking videos and shit. And I was like, oh shit, what the fuck was that? And then I texted my mom, like, hey mom, was that you? She was like, yes, but like I hear footsteps like outside of the doorway because like in that hallway, like it's I don't know, like it's a short distance between the to that room and the little hallway, and it was my room at the time. And she had the door open and she had all the fucking lights off, and she was like just laying down there or I guess on her phone or whatever, and she heard footsteps like literally like walking up to that door and shit. And my mom got all freaked out and she was like, "Is that you?" I'm like, "No, like what the fuck? Like what are you talking about?" She's like, "Yeah, well, I heard footsteps coming up to that room and shit, and I had the door open, and I didn't want to look back because I guess she had her back facing like the doorway, so she was like all freaked out. She didn't want to see like what was behind her. So I was like, oh shit, like it was part of the Wendy or something, fucking like fucking with us.
God damn. Oh, I'll be fucking scary, dude.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it, dude. I remember. Now I want more stories too, man. Like, and then when we took the trip to Roswell, like I wanted like to look for it, like or just to look at the sky, man. Like just like see what kind of shit that I would see out there. But my girl, she had like a set schedule and shit, so we didn't have enough time to do things like that. And then I don't know, I don't know, like it was kind of freaky, I guess, like
Mm-hmm.
Roswell, and then we sat at this shitty as a you know motel, dude. It was like fucking weird, dude, and and plus, wherever I go, I take my weapon with me, like.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember my girl told me in the next day when we woke up, she's like, "Hey man, I was over here trying to wake you up, and I hear screaming and shit. Like, I guess whoever was fucking staying there too, and they were like, I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but I fucking knocked out, so like, I didn't get to like see what's up or
Mm-hmm.
heard with anything. But yeah, but it was a shitty ass little motel. I was like, fuck this, like we're
Oh,
out, dude, and then we fucking took off to Albuquerque and shit. Like
yeah,
I just didn't like it.
dude.
To be walking at night over there, I don't know about that, but
Fucking when I was getting my CDL, one night, like they had us up in this hotel over there in Corpus, and wow, it was like one of the last nights I was gonna stay there. I think it was the last night. Well, upstairs there was a fucking some chick getting her ass beat or something. I heard screaming.
damn,
I heard something like hit the floor real gotcha. I'm like boom.
damn.
And yeah, like sound like a bowling ball hitting the ground, dude. Like she's
It was
screaming.
part of her head or
I
something.
know. So I was there all fucking like under the covers, like oh fuck, like I don't.
Fuck that, dude.
Uh, and then the night I got there to the hotel, there was like I went to go check in, and then well the dude there was kind of like going back and forth. I guess there was something going on that I don't know. Uh, so as I went outside, as soon as I pressed my hand against the door, the alarm went off, and I thought I triggered it.
Yeah.
I was like, "Fuck!" So I went back to the dude. Dude wasn't there anymore. I was gonna say, "Hey, sorry, I think I triggered the alarm." He wasn't there. I was like, "Oh fuck it!" So I just went to grab my shit. Well, as soon as like I was getting all my stuff, a fucking like a cop car and a ambulance and a fire truck showed up. Well, this dude was all fucked up on some sort of drugs, and he was like walking around naked. And I
What?
mean, apparently, from what I heard, the cops put a gun to his head, like, "Hey, you better fucking calm the fuck down," Like,
Damn.
so yeah, they ended up taking him away. But I had seen that dude because he was kind of like he was on some he was screaming and shit. But I thought it was just
Yeah.
some gnarly dude. But nah, that dude was all fucked up on something.
Damn. Fuck that, dude. Oh yeah, but well, thanks, man. Thanks for showing up, and we're gonna wrap it up.
All right,
And I'll put your link on the bottom.
all right.
Evil Junkies.
Evil Junkies.
Hopefully, you want me to be part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We should do one. Should do it at the house.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, thanks for having me though. Yeah.
hell yeah, dude. Thanks, man. And for all the listeners out there, appreciate it for the view. And on the description of this video, I'll be putting the link for Evil Junkies. So check it out. Subscribe to them. I appreciate it, guys. Peace out.